I'm Andy Looney, and this is my lovely wife, Kristen, and we've been drinking.
We have been drinking. It's true.
And we are here to tell you the history of Flux.
All right.
It's a really big story about the invention of Flux. So how did this thing get started?
Well, it was 1996.
The year was 1996.
The year was 1996. Let's drink to 1996.
To 1996.
It was a really good year. So I had gone on this road trip where I had driven up to visit plastic manufacturers.
See, this was back when we were trying to get the pyramids made.
I was trying to figure out how to actually manufacture the thing with injection molded plastic.
Right?
Yeah, we could have done it, but it would have cost a lot of money, and it did not make sense. And I came home from this trip, and I said, Andy, can you design me a card game? I can get a card game printed, right? I can do that. I can make it cheap enough that I can discount it, and I can put it in stores, and I can sell it to people. Right, I could never do that with these plastic pyramids. Oh my God, they're so expensive to make.
Yeah, but
please,
they're so beautiful.
Can you make me a card game? I know. I do love the pyramids, but oh my goodness, in '96 I was so ready.
Look how beautiful they are.
Oh. Look what you've done. This is a one-of-a-kind prototype.
No,
it's one of 100.
It's an early set, but yes.
I came home so frustrated with the pyramids. Just saying, can you make me a card game, please? Can you make me a card game?
I said,
I can sell that.
I said, yes, I can do that.
The very next day, he hands me a memo, and it was so close to what Flux is. It was Flux.
Yeah, well, we could tell right away that was going to be a hit. That was something that was pretty unusual.
There was.
Fun.
It was something magical.
There was a magic to it.
that we've never seen.
I remember we took it to a party at Greg Hell's house. That was when she still lived in Columbia.
One of her New Year's parties?
No, this was the summer.
Party.
No, it was the summertime, remember? Because it was right after July 24th when I invented it.
Yeah, no, I do. I remember that party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
it was her birthday party.
People being very impressed with it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, and
it was that really early prototype. Like the first edition looked almost exactly like that. Here, you have a copy of it.
I have a first edition deck, but...
you don't have anything else, but you have a first edition deck.
This is the first edition of Flux
from 1990. It was out of the square-cornered one.
Wow,
that
you're
is
right.
one of the most rare Flux decks there is. Oh man, you got to tell that story. Oh my goodness, what was the name of that company?
C&W Printing.
Oh, you remember? Of course you do.
Of course I do. We thought they were like a factory that was making cards, and turns out they were a card printing broker that was about to go out of business. And they had taken the money that we gave them,
and
they paid a different job. This square deck is from like 20 copies or so they gave us at Christmas time that they like hand cut so that we could have some to give away to our friends at Christmas time.
Yeah, they hand cut them. That's why they're not rounded.
And then
because they were still trying to make us believe that.
And they kept stalling us, and they said, "It'll be soon. It'll be soon." We were so fed up. We said, "We just need to get to the bottom of this."
We showed up at their office,
and it was
like
just these two people in this tiny little office, and they did not like us showing up at all.
They did not know what to do with us because we showed up and we're like, "Okay, well, tell us what's going on.
Where are our cards? Give us our cards."
And we were fully prepared to hang out all day.
Yep.
We wanted to know what was going on.
Nothing like showing up in person and being a nuisance to get people to deal with you.
Yeah, and so they called the factory,
which was in Brooklyn, New York.
We lived in near Washington D.C. at the time, so we drove.
We still do.
We still do. It's true.
Same house.
Same house. Okay, that's great. We live in D.C. The way they got rid of us was by giving us the address of the factory that had our cards.
Here's
they
where
told
your
us
cards
where they
are.
were, and we
Please
drove
go
there.
away now.
Go away. Get out of here.
But that's a really good thing we did that, because if we hadn't gone down to the Avni factory, the company was called Avni.
Yeah.
And
man, you have a good memory.
I know.
Even when you're drunk.
We talked to them, and they're like, "Well, if you pay us, we'll do the job for you right now." And so Kristen cut another check. They ran us the cards, and we put them in our van, and we drove them home that day. And if we had not done that, there's a very real chance that the whole thing,
all of those printed materials would have gone into the bankruptcy
a lien.
of C&W.
It's called a lien.
Yeah, a lien.
Yeah, L-I-E-N, a lien, I think.
That's
and but they would have held those assets against paying down their debts, and we
wouldn't have been allowed to finish them.
Exactly.
Because we got there before the bankruptcy and we paid again.
Yep.
The instructions are this.
Well, it's not even two sides.
double-sided.
And there were some things in this version that didn't pan out. Like, I remember I had a letter in the corner of each card, a random letter, and I thought maybe there'd be a way to win by like spelling a word or something, or spelling your name or something with that letter.
It just didn't work. It was too complicated.
Totally didn't work. It was totally needed.
It was better.
And I remember thinking it would be too easy to just be matching up these gold things. But
it works.
It works really well.
It does. It works, and it's fun.
So
3 million copies later.
Original Flux is now in version 5, 5th edition.
We actually did Stoner Flux as the very first alternate version of Flux.
Yep. We started working on Stoner Flux. Originally, we were calling it Normal Flux.
Oh,
remember that?
I completely forgot.
We wanted normal, N-O-R-M-L.
Yeah,
normal. National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws.
Fabulous group that's been working very hard.
One of the longest
to try to
running
change the laws.
marijuana legalization groups. But we thought if we made a version of that, like a pot version of Flux for them, they could sell it for fundraising things, and we'd call it Normal Flux. We even went downtown and met in their offices one day, and we were talking.
We were just a couple of hippies, and
like, what do you think? Would you like this? And they're like, yeah, I don't think this is going to be what.
So we called it Stoner Flux.
We worked it as Stoner
And then
Flux.
we did the donation not just to Normal, but to all the other organizations.
That was in 2003.
So when Flux was 7, we made Stoner Flux. That's a little early to be smoking.
Yeah, it's true. Well, because that was when, we started making other flavors.
Right.
So the idea
we realized,
of making
we made Stoner Flux, we should make other versions of Flux.
So Allison did the nature one.
That's right, all the pictures are here.
Yeah, we can look at the wall. Zombie Flux.
Helpful. Zombie was next.
Zombie Flux.
Yes, Zombie was next. But it's the gore.
It's the gore, because I'm a total wuss about realistic depictions of violence, especially eyeballs hanging out of sockets. That was the one that I don't want to look at that.
Yeah,
I don't want to see.
Even though it was one of Derek's specialties.
I know. Yeah. Derek loves to draw zombies as gross as possible. We had to rein him in. Not so gross. What are our biggest sellers? Regular Flux, Firefly last year.
Yep.
Monty Python still
year
stays.
After year, Monty Python, the trooper.
10 years. We've been working on drinking Flux for 10 years. Because we shelved it.
For the last 10 years.
Drinking is
the only way.
Alcohol is a very dangerous drug. Kids.
The only way you could ever play Drinking Flux for the last 10 years
There's only been one
was
copy.
with me at a convention.
Or me.
We had one copy. But I was the one who had it because you don't drink.
Well, it's true. I don't.
It's time. Flux is 21. Flux is old enough to drink.
So,
I think the world can handle it. You just please be careful.
That's true.
Because it'll get you drunk. July 24th, 1996, that was a really good day.
It's a very important day.
Right? A very important day.
Any time travelers trying to change our history, that would be a bad day to mess with.
Don't even suggest that. No, they wouldn't do that to us. They love us. It's okay.
Well, is there anything else we need to say?
What else should we talk about? Anything else? Are we done? Do you have enough material?
I have enough material.
Oh, let's talk.